What up, YouTube? It's Alot 13 here. Sorry for my hoarse voice. Well, this will explain everything right now. This went to the Royal Rumble. Just got back actually. That was an amazing show. Expect a video compilation of all 30 entrances. By the way, that'll be coming soon. I got there a little late. So I didn't see the pre-show, so I'll have to watch that later, and I'll probably make an update video to talk about my feelings for that. Needless to say, this for my first major pay-per-view, this was awesome. You can even hear my voice is kind of weird right now. I am hoarse. I was yelling the whole night. Made some friends with the guys next to me. Didn't catch any of their names, of course, but this was a fun thing to watch. So going through the matches, Sasha Banks versus Bayley starting things off. Or not Sasha Banks, Charlotte versus Bayley starting things off. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew that they were gonna keep Charlotte's winning streak alive. My guess is that they're gonna make her lose at Mania because that would make the most sense. That would get her the most, or that will get her the most pissed off. At the moment I don't know who they're gonna have beat her because I know they're gonna have it be Bayley versus Charlotte versus Sasha, and I think I heard Nia Jax is also gonna be in the mix. Of those four, the only one I'd actually like to see the title on at all is Bayley. I don't think she was ready just yet. She put on a fantastic showing today, don't get me wrong, but I think that today was just it was okay. Like, she tried her damnedest, don't get me wrong, but I think it was, her damnedest wasn't good enough. Moving on to the Universal No DQ match with a sharp case stipulation, aka the worst match of the show, my opinion at least. I did not look for. This is the match I was looking forward to the least. Like I said, I didn't see the pre-show. I got there right when Shawn Michaels came out to introduce or to get the crowd hyped up. I saw that. That was awesome. Like I said, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that Kevin won. I called that he was going to win. I am surprised, however, that Chris Jericho didn't throw the U.S. title belt down and have him use the title belt to win or to knock Roman out. I did like the brass knuckles. That was a cool little thing. We haven't seen those in a ring in a long time. At least I can remember. I think maybe the Asylum match, but anyway, that was a good thing. The place went freaking apeshit when Roman got pinned. Then the pyramid of chairs spot that Kevin did, or that Kevin took. Everyone around me was like, "Holy shit, he's dead!" It was awesome. Next up was the Cruiserweight Championship match between Rich Swann and the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville. And yes, I had to say it like that because my God, he deserves that title after this match. He did everything that I wanted him to. Neville is our new champion, and I'm 100% okay with that. I like Rich Swann, don't get me wrong, but I want Neville, I liked Neville since he showed up. And I kind of want it now to be Jack Gallagher versus Neville for the belt. I want make that feud. Have Jack come out and say, "Well, you're the king of the cruiserweights, but I am also English. So let's see who's the true king." That'd be a fun feud to play out with, especially if an Umbrella gets involved. More on that later. Best match of the show, the one that, in my opinion, almost broke the Rumble itself, and of course I am talking about AJ Styles versus John Cena. This match could have ended maybe 6 times, and I think we would have been content. I can't see a bad showing from either of these guys if they tried, no matter who they're facing. Hell, even Roman was able to put a good show between Styles. John Cena, he was he is. I have not seen him wrestle that good in a long time, and that is saying a lot, especially considering that I think 3 of the matches he did last year were my favorite matches of the year. So I'd say that this was probably the best match. I'm gonna make a separate video for NXT Takeover because I forgot to shoot that last night. I did watch it. I was able to catch up, and I have my thoughts and all that. So I'm okay with saying that as fantastic, as glorious as the Nakamura Bobby Roode show was last night, that match was. I'll talk about it more over there. As glorious as that was, this was the match of the weekend, and I knew it was going to be as soon as I saw it was these two that are facing off with each other. Now, the part that everyone is gonna be talking about, because it's the Rumble. It's the best match stipulation of all the big 4 pay-per-views, in my opinion. Like, this is my personal favorite one that I've seen, and since I got back into wrestling, this is probably gonna go down as one of the better Rumbles of the last, I don't know, 10 years or so. First one out, of course, is Big Cass. I like this. I didn't think it was like they were gonna put Big Cass as over as he was. You'll see in the compilation video, like him and Enzo's entrance is like 4 minutes long, and it is probably one of the best promos that Enzo's ever put out ever. And that again is over his Extreme Rules pay-per-view match with Cena and the Club, or Cena Styles in the Club. Like, this is probably one of the best ones that they did. Chris Jericho, number 2. I like this. I like they were setting up Jericho as the Iron Man. Let's see, who was number 3? I know number 4 was Jack Gallagher, because that made me laugh. Seeing, I'll have to redo, or I'll have to check out the listing, but I'm just gonna talk about the highlights, honestly, because honestly, if I did anything else, it wouldn't be genuine. Like, you don't need me to recap it if you just want to watch it. My personal highlights were Sami Zayn coming in at number 8, because I was personally rooting for Sami. Let's see, it's right here. Yep, I got my beanie hat, or my polo hat. Like, I was actually waving this around. Everyone was like, "Hey, you have his hat." That was actually pretty cool. I can't wear that anymore. It's giving me a headache. But anyway, the Sami coming out at number 8. I knew he wasn't gonna win, but I kind of wanted him to. Like, I would have been like completely out of left field, but it would have reminded me, like, he's the lovable underdog, so maybe they can play off the Daniel Bryan story, and if he loses, he goes over to SmackDown, which I think would be pretty cool. The one thing that everyone wanted. I was so happy, and so was everyone else. 10. Ty Dillinger came out number 10. They gave us a Christmas present, essentially. They gave us the thing we wanted, and I didn't think they were going to do it. I really didn't, especially with last night's match against His match last night, I thought he was pretty much dead under the water. I I have a thing I'll talk about later on in this video, and then more on the NXT video. But there is a person I thought was gonna come in tonight. That is not who everyone else thought was gonna come in tonight. But I think they're gonna play it off as a angle. Anyway, the Big Show coming out. That was that's when I think I noticed that they were driving people on a freaking scooter. Like it was I couldn't really tell, it was either a scooter or a cart, but my god, it was fucking hysterical. Cause you're like, yeah, he kind of needs one. If not, he's gonna take 3 minutes to get to the ring, and there's not gonna be enough, 2 other guys coming out by the time he gets done. Strowman versus Big Show. That was actually a pretty good face off. Strowman looked freaking terrified seeing Big Show, but the way he was. So you know what? I like that. I want that Extreme Rules match. If they do, or not Extreme Rules, or whatever the pay-per-view for Raw is afterward. This, I think it's Fastlane. I want that match though. I want Taker versus Strowman. Just have it. Let Vince have his fun because he likes the big guys. Then let's see, what was another good one? We didn't have actually any surprise entrances actually, which I think actually helped this pay-per-view out, because honestly, any surprise entrances right now, especially with how stacked the card was as we knew it, would have really messed with us, because it was clear that they had an obvious plan, but it was not overrun with them throwing a monkey wrench in with a surprise oh my god, it's that guy, which I personally found really, really good. James Ellsworth coming out. That was probably that was definitely a highlight. James came out. Carmella followed him out to the ring. Is egging him on to go in. Strowman's just standing there staring at him. Do you really want to come in my ring, boy? I will fuck your world up. You saw what I did to you the first time we met. He didn't say a single word, but you know that those eyes were that was what he was thinking. And sure enough, it was funny. He went in and went right back out in about 30 seconds. I would have loved it if they tried to have it where he broke the Santino record, because I think that would have been poetic justice to have that guy break the record. But I don't think they're going to, because I don't think they want to have James Ellsworth on the record books of WWE. Anyway, Braun Strowman, Bill Goldberg came out. Oh no, Brock Lesnar came out first. And everybody got hurt. Spear for you. Jackhammer to, I think it was it Baron Corbin or Dean Ambrose? I don't care. Jackhammer and spears for everybody, because you've all been really good this year. F5s for everybody. I'm talking about, I mix up Braun's and Goldberg. What I can say, F5s for everybody, spears or suplexes for everybody, because you've all been really good this year and you deserve a suplex. Let's see. Taker coming out. I knew he was going to be in the top 25. He was going to be 25. I didn't think he was going to be 30. I thought they were going to say something cool for 30. More on that in a second, because that pissed everybody off. Putting Undertaker number 29, and they They use his powers. They remember he can teleport, and he just eliminates Brock Lesnar, and that was awesome. So we're all like everyone around me is like, holy shit! If he's 20, he's 29. Who's gonna be 30? You think Triple H is gonna come out, or is this gonna be Seth coming out on without permission because he lost his spot? Durner, Durner, Durner. When Roman's music hits, the level of boos in the entire crowd, you'll hear it in the video that I'm gonna put out. But my God, that was horrible. Everyone was yelling bullshit. It was like, Vince, don't you fucking dare. We will revolt. We will burn this place to the ground. And then he did it. He eliminated the Undertaker. And I started getting a knot in my stomach. I'm like, oh no. They're either setting up for Taker Roman for the or for WrestleMania, or something. Slight glimmer of hope. Undertaker called Roman an asshole. That was funny. That's probably be edited out. They're probably not going to show that, but I saw it live. You can't take that away from me. I know that Roman Reigns got called an asshole by the Undertaker. Final three: Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns. And I was so happy to see Randy Orton eliminate Roman Reigns and win the Royal Rumble. I read the dirt sheets. I knew he was he was heavily favored to win. At this point, I can see them doing Cena, Orton, whatever number, insert however big number it is here. Like, honestly, like that'd be a pretty good feud nowadays, especially with, like, they could get the Wyatts involved and say, like, Randy, what the hell are you doing? Why are you siding with them? And like it's just a ploy to have Randy say, "Oh, I was siding with them to get to you because I know you don't like them," or something like that. Like, everyone, like, when he eliminated Roman Reigns, everyone was high-fiving each other. There was cheers. There was a couple of yes chants going on in a bunch of different rows of the arena. I bet you Vince was mad because of that, because his pet project is not over the way he's supposed to be. It was a great time. All in all, like, I'll give, like, in the span of whatever we saw the last few weeks for the pay-per-views and everything, it actually kind of makes sense. SmackDown would win it. This is a SmackDown victory, because they weren't putting as much emphasis on this as Raw was. Raw was making, like, I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble. I'm gonna win. No, I'm gonna win. No, I'm gonna win. This is our time to shine. And then SmackDown, all we got was a couple Talking Smack promos, and Mojo Rawley winning the position of Jobber of the Year. I'm sorry, Mojo. I like you, but that's what you were this year. You were the resident jobber. You went over pretty easily. And, like, Randy didn't set up that he's like, I'm gonna win. Bray said that. Randy didn't. I like that. So, like I said, it's probably the best pay-per-view they've put out in the last 5 or 6 months, or 4 or 5 months. Actually, that's not fair. I'll give a Survivor Series a good. I'll give it since Survivor Series. It's the best pay-per-view they put since Survivor Series. And yeah, that's all I got. So look out for the. Like if I put it on after, look out for the NXT Takeover video review. I'm thinking, or I'm going to do a vlog on the Raw and the SmackDown after SmackDown Live airs, because honestly, I think this is going to play big into the storylines of whatever they're setting up, and I want to see what's going to go on with a couple of people that I think should have came in. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Like, I'll explain this more on the Takeover side. I was under the impression that Samoa Joe or Shinsuke Nakamura were going to make their debut in the Rumble. I'm actually okay they didn't, for a couple reasons. Which, first off, if they were to come in and just lose, it wouldn't have made as big of an impact. Like, Styles doing it last year. That's the only thing that soured it for me, is that he didn't win, which I'm okay with, but it would have been even cooler if he came out and he came out number 3 and he still won. Ty Dillinger coming out at 10, I think that, I don't think he's done NXT just yet. I think that his match last night was an indication that he has a big feud ahead of him. More on that later. Shinsuke Nakamura, I am 100% okay with him not coming out if they're going to play up the fact that he got his leg destroyed last night, and I don't know if it was a work. I don't know if it was a shoot. It looked real. Like, the fact that the trainer came out indicates, to me at least, that either it was real or it was a very, very good or very, very well acted part on Shinsuke. But honestly, I think that if he's gonna, they're gonna make it where he's kayfabe, he's out for a couple weeks. He shows, if he shows up at Elimination Chamber, that'll be a good time. That'll be cool, I think. Same with Samoa Joe. I expect him to either show up on, if they decide to do or scrap Roman versus Taker, and they have it where Roman versus Joe, that'll be okay. I'll root for that. That'd be a fun match to see. I could go on and on about this, the atmosphere, the fact that, or the fact of whatever happened and everything. This video is already a lot longer than my normal videos, so I'm just gonna end it here. See you guys later. And like I said, watch out for the compilation of all 30 entrances, at least from my point of view, which not the best, but it was still pretty good. And the NXT TakeOver San Antonio review later on. See ya.